too late.
The president will not negotiate with you. I told you that a military occupation of the fusion core complex was unlikely to happen.
Perhaps we can force a dialogue. I want you to get the president to meet with Fabian O'Hare, the UN Security Council, and me.
You better not forget me if you gain control.
Well, here we are again.
Yep. Well, I guess that's it. What a geek.
Boy, it sure is a lot of people in this class, huh?
One body plus another body equals 0 mind and 0 talent. The rest of the class is watching me by projection.
See that clock on the wall? That's 5 minutes fast. We're going to start every day, every hour from now on, using that clock. And if you don't like it, then tough shit. Okay, let's get this bastard moving, shall we? Pragmatism in the old days was considered to be any mode of thought that was practical and led someone to a fuller, richer life. However, in the early millennials, after the collapse of postmodernism, pragmatism began to take on a new form in the form of modern pragmatism. You see, basically, modern pragmatism is the same thing as pragmatism was, however, with this stipulation. You see, say someone murders someone in cold blood, then they take their house, and thus that action would be practical. Thus, modern pragmatism.
Oh my god, that's so weird.
You!
Let me call you back.
What's your name?
Tracy Townsend?
See, people come from all over the world to absorb Dr. Milhouse's live essence. And maybe they're just lucky to take a piece of it home with them. However, they can't do that with you gabbing it up all the time in class. So why don't you just take your cute little behind and go. You're dropped. Sorry that little girl had to waste your time like that. Let's keep this bitch moving, shall we?
Milhouse.
Dr. Professor Emeritus Marion Milhouse, to be precise.
Okay.
But what do you need?
Who wrote the book Hues of Darker Blue?
Well, I believe there was a fine gentleman by the name of Michael Haley. Very strapping. Tall, handsome, mysterious, brooding. Everything I look for in another man. Would someone else care to read the selection? On page 37. Time's wasting.
She said goodbye. He said hello. He thought of her as a necessary blot on his perfect world. She provided him a momentary, passionless release, but in the morning, he would still embrace the day, reading memos, eating lunch, and saying hello to coworkers. While he would relish the fact that she slept during the waking hours and would awake to the ravenous night, free to spread her wicked charms among those who needed such charm.
What the hell is this shit?
Her end will be his beginning. Class, how is this an example of modern pragmatic literature?
Essentially, This
Oh,
selection
yes, go ahead.
infuses random statements in a disjointed effort to show that this guy is just using her for sex, not trying to cultivate a meaningful relationship with her.
Yes, please, go on. Very fascinating. Dr. Milhouse is interested.
In fact, it just revolves around this godlike narrator and telling you everything you need to know about the story. It really has nothing to do with modern pragmatism at all.
That was vivid, intelligent, interesting. I learned something very special about you during a little exchange, Wallace. So do you mind if Dr. Milhouse shares something with the rest of the class? Okay. This is so touching.
I'm sorry, Doc. I didn't mean to make you cry.
Don't worry about it. It's okay.
Hey, you could at least tell me how I was wrong.
Fuck you.
Okay, class. Dr. Milhouse is not going to grace your presence for the rest of the hour, so he's going to leave you with some interviews that he did for NBC, CBS, and the Today Show. Let us enjoy.
Pragmatic art is somewhat macabre by design. However, it is only macabre because those who are not don't realize the beauty of it. Take for instance, a farmer goes to get bread for his wife. He stops and gets the bread and then goes home. And then he cries because he is a worthless piece of shit. Now that would be any other art form and the audience would feel sad for him. But no. The pedestrian preoccupations of mankind have failed the pragmatic test. Pragmatism. Pragmatics. The art of being useful. The art of being practical. And the art of being beautiful. Ah, my dear chums, but you see, beauty and oblivion go hand in hand. And that is where modern pragmatism comes into the fold. Pragmatism, life, and driving. There are three parallel lines that will eventually intersect into total and absolute beautiful oblivion. I will see you there.